Hello everyone, what's going on? Welcome back to the latest 4K review from my at Flick Direct, and for today's 4K review, I'm here to talk to you all about Loki Season 1. Loki Season 1 is, well, obviously the first season of one of the many MCU shows that are currently on Disney+, and Loki Season 1 came out back in 2021, and like with the movies and TV shows that are set after the events of Avengers Endgame, Loki Season 1 is set after the events of Avengers Endgame, although it is at the start of it, it's set actually during an event that happens in Avengers Endgame, but the subsequent events that happen in Season 1 take place after those set of events. But essentially, at the start of Loki Season 1, we see that the 2012 Loki from Avengers has gotten in contact with the Tesseract, and because of it, it allows him to escape captivity from the Avengers. And what results in this? Loki is captured by the TVA, and something doesn't really quite seem right to Loki as he starts to investigate the TVA, the variants of the TVA. Not to mention, Loki also meets with Mobius, portrayed by Owen Wilson, who after some time things start to kind of go awry. And also Loki, this is the one last thing I'll mention, Loki meets other variants of himself before a pretty insane finale, to which, if you have seen The Lost Quantumania, you guys will kind of understand where things are going with the multiverse afterwards. Loki was a show I was interested because, it's Loki. Loki is one of the most entertaining characters from the MCU, and Tom Hiddleston, his portrayal of Loki is nothing short of absolutely incredible. As a matter of fact, Tom Hiddleston, for me, besides seeing Loki in his own show, Tom Hiddleston is an incredible actor, and I was curious to see how he would do carrying his own show. If you somehow have not seen Loki in the past 2 years since its premiere, I highly recommend you do so, because Loki is a show that just felt very, very different. Loki just kind of feels like Doctor Who, even though I'm not gonna lie, I have not seen an entire episode of Doctor Who, although I have seen snippets and clips here and there to get an overall feel for the show. And Loki, most of it feels like Marvel's version of Doctor Who, which isn't a bad thing. As a matter of fact, that is why I think it sets itself apart from many of the films and all the TV episodes that which the MCU has created. Out of all the favorites I have of the MCU shows, literally, WandaVision is number one, and Loki is right below WandaVision. Like, I liked Loki that much, and given that Season 2 is right around the corner, I actually might do another rewatch of Loki to be prepared for Loki Season 2, because I like the show that much. Getting into the audio and video quality, starting off with the video quality, Loki Season 1 on 4K is presented on an aspect ratio of 178:1, and Loki looks phenomenal on 4K. For those of you who streamed Loki on Disney+, it was also streamed in 4K, but on the actual 4K disc, it looks even better, because for those of you who don't know, when it comes to streaming versus an actual physical disc, the bitrate of a disc is actually better than streaming. So what you're getting here is so much more detail. The costume design, seeing Loki being transported into the TV at first and seeing how the light reflects off of Loki's costume, the grains of his costume, when Tom Hiddleston comes to the TVA outfit and you see the oranges and the red. The set design in particular looked absolutely outstanding in Season 1. Whether you're looking at the TVA offices, or especially when they go into that planet Episode 3, for some reason I can't remember the planet's name, but it's a particularly purple and blue color palette to it, which looked so darn good and funny. And especially in the Season 1 finale, when Loki and Sylvie meet. Well, I don't want to spoil it for you in case you haven't seen the show, but believe me when I say this, when they meet a certain character, how the color palette changes. The overall color tone of the show, from what I saw, at least from what I perceived, had definitely more of oranges, yellows, and some reds. Minus some of the episodes where it's definitely more of a purple and a blue palette to it, but the overall feel and look of the show is definitely more of the oranges and yellow and red color palette. The cinematography, which, by the way, fun fact, the cinematographer for the show, I believe, also shot Black Panther, and it makes complete sense due to how stylish not only this show looks, but also Black Panther, Wakanda Forever look. The HDR grade looks terrific. Black levels look great. Shadow details look phenomenal. All together as a 4K disc, This looks great. Going on to the audio quality, Loki Season 1 is on a Dolby Atmos track, and the Dolby Atmos track, you'll simply put, is terrific. One is a show where Loki goes on a bunch of adventures and stuff for the TVA. At the same time, this is primarily a dialogue-driven show with, by the way, an incredible musical score throughout the entire time. Dialogue is crystal clear. Everything is coming great through the center channels. The surround sound effects coming great through the surround sound channels. The series action sequences sound really good. In particular, there is a great scene I absolutely loved. It involves a wanderer. I believe it's on episode 3, where Loki and Sylvie are trying to escape this planet from its own destruction. And my god, this wanderer, seeing Loki and Sylvie going through this town in all the purple and blue color while everything is crashing and coming down with all the rocks going down. All the surround sound channels said absolutely amazing. And in the final episode of Loki, there's a part, again, I can't spoil it for you guys, they haven't seen it, but nonetheless, in the final episode of Loki Season 1, when Loki and Sylvie meet somebody that has a pretty big role in the MCU going forward, there is a particular aspect where the sound design is very subtle, but trust me, if you pay close attention to this particular scene, it involves branching time paths. It's really cool what the sound designers did. So altogether, the Dolby Atmos mix in this show, terrific. Finally, moving on to the special features, Loki Season 1 comes with some awesome featurettes. I mean, seriously, you guys are going to want to know this. Not only is there a great featurette about the production design of the show, especially with the TVA sets, believe me, you're going to want to watch this. There's also a hilarious gag reel, deleted scenes, there's a making of, and there's an actual infomercial, the TVA infomercial, to which, if you're a big fan of the Miss Minutes character, you're going to want to watch this. And believe me guys, these are great featurettes. Before I end today's video, I want to show you all this awesome still design. Now, due to me filming on a green screen, some of these elements might look keyed out, but I still want to show you the colorful and awesome still. But you can see a little Miss Minutes there. There's Loki. You're showing the side panel right here. I hope that's in the right way. Loki and Sylvie. Loki in his outfit. I just love the colors here. And even more so, you want to see what else this comes with? Believe me, you're going to want to see this. A couple of collectible cards. Believe me, you're going to want the Steelbook. All in all, what we have here is a terrific first season of television, with Season 2 coming right around the corner. And on top of all of that, there's terrific video quality, a terrific Dolby Atmos track, and some awesome special features. So simply put, guys, if you have not seen Season 1 of Loki, Season 2 is coming around the corner. I highly suggest you pick this thing up. It's so good. It's easily, with WandaVision, as my favorite MCU Disney Plus show. Especially if you're a fan of the Loki character, what are you waiting for? Pick this up and watch it. It's great. I hope you enjoyed my review of Loki Season 1 on 4K. If so, please hit that like button, also share, and don't forget the subscribe button and the notification bell for our latest 4K review goes live. If you guys want to see our previous 2 4K reviews, please click right there or right there. And of course, until our next 4K review goes live, we'll see you all next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Hit like, smash subscribe, and get notified for when our reviews, interviews, and news go live.